Hey guys, so welcome back to the third part of the cold calling script practice with realtors videos. Now we are going to call Wendy, and Wendy is a real estate agent in Orlando, Florida. So let's get Wendy on the line. I don't know why I get nervous before every single call. It's so weird.
Hello.
Hi, is this Wendy?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Wendy. This is Lily. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Are you excited for our little cold call script practice sesh?
I am.
Good. Okay, perfect. Well, so we're... You what?
I said I'm very much fan.
Oh, good. So we're not technically live because I'm recording, but I am officially recording. So I just want the viewers to know. So you sell in Orlando, Florida, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Going through a hurricane.
Oh, that is so scary. It's still going on right now, actively?
Yeah, but right now I think it's downgraded to a tropical storm.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Well, thank you for still making time for us in the call today with you going through that. That's scary. So can you let everybody know, how long have you been in real estate so far?
License-wise, 3 weeks, but practically I've known about real estate all my life because of my father.
Nice, 3 weeks, that's so exciting! Oh, that's the best news. And you were saying that you're getting your business card soon too, right?
That is correct, yes,
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Okay, so what made you want to use cold calling as one of your lead generation techniques? Being so new to the business, it's one of the most amazing ones, but it can also be the difficult one.
Well, what's so funny is my background is in customer service, and actually I just started doing outbound calling, which is similar to cold calling, where we call the customers to get their business. So I'm kind of familiarized with it.
Nice. And then, do you like it so far? Like, have you enjoyed cold calling, or is it brand new to you? I know we briefly spoke about this, but I don't fully remember.
Cold calling, because I have a background of it, it can be difficult, but I'm up to the challenge, especially with this new product.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. And it's cool because your dad's in the business. Do you feel like having a parent that's in the business, does it give you like this added pressure, or do you just look at it more as support?
More as the support.
Good. That says a lot about your dad.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the goal is basically just for me to give you any feedback that I have, any critiques, good or bad, of just like feedback for you. So we'll do 2 calls. The first call will be just very easygoing, just to get comfortable. And then the second call, I'll be more realistic to the kind of angry customer that you might receive. And then in the meantime, if you have any questions or any of that good stuff, just let me know. But I'll be taking notes as you're talking just so that I can give you feedback.
Okay, perfect.
Hello?
Hi, good day. Is this Lily?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, this is Wendy. I'm actually a real estate agent with Mark Friendly Realty, and I was actually calling because our records indicate that your house is for sale and left in the market unsold. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we were trying to sell it, it didn't sell. We were on the market for 6 months, and now we're just really burnt out with the process.
6 months, I understand. Well, the reason why I'm calling is because I specialize in helping people who have had their house for sale, and pretty much it was unsuccessful. Let me ask you this, do you think it was because of your realtor? Is that the case, that it wasn't sold?
I mean, I hope not. I mean, I was definitely gonna pay them. They told me that they were doing all that they could. It might just be the market, or maybe just the time.
I definitely understand. Okay, well, here's what I want to do. Are you still planning on selling your home?
We want to, but at this point we're just like, hey, maybe we just rent it out.
Oh, you want to rent out? Okay. Well, let me do this. Let me leave you my number. If in the future you decide that you want to go ahead and go forward with selling your home, let me assist you with that. We definitely want you to be at a happy space, and definitely want you to have the profits that you're, inclined to wanting to get in the future. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. And if you can leave me your number and then maybe just mail me a business card, we'll let you know if we change our mind.
Awesome, I will do that.
All right. Okay, first off, I already knew this was gonna happen because when we talked the first time, you had good energy. I've been talking about that a lot today because energy is so important. I think you just naturally have energy. Are you just a naturally energetic person?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
I went off the script based on what you said.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Well, no, the energy was good. So what I was gonna say is, here's the positives that I wrote down. Great energy right off the bat. Like, you were like, hi, super nice, super friendly. The things that I wrote down is like something to just give you feedback on, is I was purposely saying to you, we're thinking that we might just rent it out, because a lot of times sellers will say that, especially expireds. When they're very burnt out with the process, they start thinking of like, okay, what's our other alternatives? Let's just either rent it out or let's just stay here, both of which they really don't want to do. Otherwise, they would have never listed their houses in the first place. Most of the time, they're only saying that because they're burnt out with the process. So whenever a client says that, oh, I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about renting it out. If it's not on the script, because it may not be, because this is called an objective that someone's giving you as to saying, this is why I don't want to meet with you, or this is why I don't want to sell my house. If the objective is, we're thinking about renting it out, I would always suggest to just challenge them and say, oh, okay, so what made you decide to just rent it out? Is it because it didn't sell the first time? They'll probably get angry and say, well, yeah, obviously, like it didn't sell. And it's like, okay, well, you know, I'd really hate for you to do that. Here's why. And then give them reasonings why they may not want to be a landlord, you know? It's not easy to be a landlord.
Got you, okay.
Yeah, and so you can say things like, well, you know, here's the thing. If you become a, you know, I would hate for you to miss out on this opportunity to sell in such a great and incredible market. And if you do decide to do that, you're gonna have tenants in your house that may not love it and take care of it the same way that you do. Before you decide that, make that decision, I would love to meet with you for about 15, 20 minutes, tell you more about me and what I do differently to make sure that houses sell instead of sit.
Okay.
So you can bounce it back.
I like that rebuttal. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the exact same objective. I'm gonna call you again and do the exact same thing, or you're gonna call me again, be calling for expireds, and I'm gonna give you the exact same objective in saying that we're probably just gonna rent it out, and use what we just talked about to turn it around so that you can still get in front of them. Because remember that that's just their way of getting off the phone with you. If they wanted to rent their house out, they would have done that to begin with. They wanna sell it, they just didn't have an experience that they were expecting the first time around.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for this?
Okay. What you say?
What was that? Oh no, we're gonna do the exact same call because I just wanna hear you practice it now with the exact same objective. Because believe it or not, you will get that objective a lot. That's a common one that people will say, oh no, we're just gonna rent it out.
Okay.
All right, so here we go again. Ring, ring.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, is this Lily?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, this is Wendy Henry. I'm actually a real estate agent with Mark Friendly Realty. And I was just calling to see if you might be thinking about selling your housing. I do apologize.
Hello?
Hi, is this Lily?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, Lily, this is Wendy Henry. I'm actually a real estate agent with Mark Friendly Realty. And I was just calling to see if you are... I apologize. I was calling because my records indicate that your house was for sale and it was left in the market unsold. Is that true?
Yeah, we had it on the market for 6 months and it didn't sell, and we're just like, okay, well, forget it. We're just probably gonna end up just renting it out.
Oh, okay. I hear you. Well, here's the thing. I was calling because I actually specialize in helping people who have had their house for sale, but was unsuccessful. But in this particular case, you just decided to go with the renting option?
Yeah, we're just probably gonna rent it because we had our house on the market for so long. Obviously, it's not our time to sell, so we're just like, forget it. Let's just rent this thing out.
Let me ask you, what made you decide to go that route? I'm just curious to know. I mean, you were initially selling it.
Yeah, we wanted to sell it. I mean, the goal would definitely be to sell because we need to get out of here and move back to LA, but it didn't sell after 6 months. We had no offers, so we're just like, forget it. Let's go ahead and rent it out.
Okay, do you feel like it was your agent? Do you think that was the case? Your agent wasn't doing their job?
I mean, I hope our agent was doing our job. I mean, if you were our agent, you would do your job, right?
Yeah, I would, but I just wanted to know what was the reason why, 6 months and then decide to go renting. That's a little bit different. But here's the thing. I understand, you want to go renting. Why the renting would be the best option. I want to let you know that selling would be better. Let me say, it's very difficult to be a landlord, one, when renting out to tenants that would never take care of the household as the owner would do. But let me say this, if you find the right agent, you would get a faster turnaround for your house to be sold and top dollars. So I wanted to ask and understand what's the reason for the renting option when we can still get you in with the selling and get you going on your way to LA.
Well, I mean, if it's sold, then I would definitely not want to rent. Okay, so Wendy, bring them to the close now. So now you've intrigued them and he's like, okay, well, if it's sold, then I would still want to sell. So now go wherever your script tells you to the close of how you would close it to meet with them in person.
Okay, here's what I like to do. I like to find a time when I can come over, take a look at the house, and while I'm there, I can, do a couple of things for you. Give you some tips on how we can make your house sell faster. I'll show you how I do business completely different from others. And I like to meet, with you, let's say tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, tomorrow would probably work for me. Maybe tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, perfect. I'll give you a call in the morning to remind you of our date. Let's say 5 to 7.
You want to come between 5 and 7?
Yeah, would that be fine with you?
Yeah, let's do 6. 6 will work.
6 o'clock, perfect. Well, again, thank you so much for your time.
All right, yes, we made it to the close. Okay, so here is the feedback that I have. First off, how do you feel?
Nervous. And I think I would be nervous with the customer too.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that because you were, but because you heard that and you recognize that, Wendy, you are 3 weeks, literally that's not even a month yet into the business, and you still made it to the close, and you're doing a call with me right now where you know people are gonna see this. So the nerves, I understand them, but be proud of yourself for what you're doing right now and just say, this is all just for practice. So here's what I was picking up from you, is yes, you definitely sounded nervous, but more than nervous, it didn't sound like you were confident in the fact that you were gonna get this appointment. And the reason I bring that up is because every time that I've spoken with you before today, you've sounded naturally confident in our calls. Even when you were explaining to me about hurricanes, I didn't know anything about this, I'm in Arizona, never experienced a hurricane, you were confident in telling me about it. And the reason why is because you've experienced it. It's a part of your life, you know it. So you will get confident on these calls once you continuously practice and master your scripts. And just like I was saying, your scripts are very verbatim. They'll say like point A, point B, take it down to down to down to down, but then people are gonna throw you off. So the goal is just to get really confident in objectives that you might receive because you're gonna receive a lot of them.
Okay.
And then the next thing is if you can get rid of the word I said this to the last person I spoke with, instantly loses rapport with people. So
yeah,
you'll...
but I know that.
Yeah, and it's normal, it's so normal, so it's like, don't even beat yourself up about it, but just if you remember that, if you write down on a sticky note when you're calling the word in big letters, it'll remind you not to say it, so that slowly you'll remove that out of your dialogue altogether.
Okay.
So what I'm wanting to do is, I really like your energy. I want to keep this going with you. I think the thing that's going to set you apart is just your scripts and mastering them. What I'm going to send you when we get off the phone today is I'm going to send you a list of objectives. These are objectives that I've used and created in my business, and I want you to practice them. And then if you have time next week off camera, just you and I would love to practice this with you again with the objectives, because I think that you have the natural gifts of sounding naturally enthusiastic, but the confidence goes down when you just don't know where the call is going next. So if I can help you with that.
Yes.
Yeah, so if I can help you with that, yep, you'll kill it on the rest of it.
Oh my God, thank you. Yes, once I know the product, what I'm gonna say, the biggest thing is knowing the objectives, the rebuttals. After that, I will be perfect. Because I don't know the rebuttals, that's when I'm like stuttering, I'm like,
Exactly. But it's okay, because all you need for that is the objectives and the script, and girl, I have those for days. So I'm gonna send those to you. So that let's do this then. We'll set up a time. When I'm done with the last call, I have one more person I'm gonna do calls with later today. I'll send you an email by the end of today with the objectives, and then let's set up a time to talk again, and we're gonna do this whole thing again, but I wanna see how you've worked on the objectives.
Perfect, okay.
All right, Wendy, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for your help. I learned so much in the few short minutes. I actually learned a lot.
You're welcome. Do you have any other questions for me while we're on the phone?
No, I am good.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll talk to you soon then. I'll send you an email tonight, and then call or text me if you have any questions, okay?
Perfect. You have a great one.
You too. Thanks, Wendy. Bye.
Bye.